shed. This is the workbench where everything gets done. And here's the Carby. Now I might pull it apart because this is the original cork float. And as you can see, it was rather brittle. Came apart in several bits. So rather than make a new one, I decided to make one out of brass, a very thin brass, which is this one here. As you can see, it's quite easy to bend and quite thin. And I just used a couple of form tools to do it. Here's one of them, just a bit of nylon that I machined up, and a few other bits and pieces. This one here, just a piece of pipe that's smoothed off on the ends, and a couple of small hammers. So what we'll do is we'll get this apart, and you might be able to see how I've done this float. Let's set the camera up for you. The needle and seat. The float should slip right out. Now I've tried to keep it about the same size as the original one. Where the original screw goes into here, I've put a piece of tubing, a bit of copper tubing, flared the ends of it and soldered it in so that it hopefully doesn't leak, and it's got no petrol in it, so I'm hoping that it doesn't leak. But it works quite well. The float level's in the correct position, and as you can see, it's about the same size as the cork float. It does seem to work a lot better, but that may have something to do with the cork being old. As you can see, it's quite rotted. It's got some sort of lacquer or something on the outside of it that was flaking off, and I think the brass float's a lot better, less trouble. So we'll put him back in. This has got to line up with a hole in here, so we have to put it on first, make sure it's in the correct position, and then slip it back out to tighten it up. So I believe that's about it there. You can always adjust it a little bit later on, but unfortunately you have to pull it apart to do that. Needs enough room from here to miss the tube that comes in for the air cleaner. Little copper washer, don't forget them. Most of them were missing. So this is another one, I'll tighten that one up later. Yeah, this was on the tractor, but I'm not sure if it's an original piece. I've never seen one like it, but it's to stop the fuel from dripping on the exhaust pipe that comes out underneath the carburetor. And I think that exhaust pipe, all it does is heat up where the carburetor goes onto, like a vaporizer type arrangement. And when you tickle the Carby, of course, this thing's sitting right above it. So without this on there, it will just flood fuel directly onto the exhaust pipe, which I don't think is a good idea. So that's it.